Hello, welcome to 365 SBS episode 45, Just a Color. And I gotta clean up some loose ends from yesterday, episode 44, where I mentioned, I don't know what I mentioned, I was trying to mention this book called Swell Foop by Piers Anthony. My daughter let it be known that I mispronounced the guy's name. In fact, I didn't mispronounce it, I just said something entirely different. So I want to clear that up, and I got one more thing to clear up. Anyway, what kind of name was Piers Anthony? Anyway, Piers. Why not Doc? How about Doc Stevenson? I like that one better. Hey, Doc Stevenson, spinning yarn by the yard. Okay. Anyway, here we go. The legal boys want me to make sure I get this little gem in too, so tying up some loose ends. Get that? Real good. And you see this cover of this picture. This Swell Foop is blue, and yesterday's picture, you notice, had a lot of blue in it. Today's got a lot of blue. We're going to take a quick survey of the pictures. We'll come back a little bit more. Blue, 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 well, kind of greeny blue. A lot of blue, and that's by design. By the way, I'm trying to upgrade my show a little bit. I don't have CGI, computer generated images, but I got something better. I got BGI, that's brush generated images. There they are. They're all over the place, but we'll get back to that a little bit later. Because today's show is actually, I'm hearkening back to another episode, Pleased by Five episode, where I did some of my favorites. I'm going to do a song called Just a Color. Here we go. See the connection? It's all happening now. Once Blue was just a color. That's the name of the song. I'm going to set you up right here. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, that's looking good. I think we're in good shape. Pretty good. You can still see the blue in the background. And I'm going to do the song. So Once Blue is just a color. But the real show is about Pablo. Like I said, I'm harkening back to my favorite show, and Pablo is clearly my favorite artist. Now, let's try to explain a little bit about that. But first, the song. It's called Just a Color. Okay. It is about blue, by the way. Once blue was just a color, just a color to me. Once blue was just a color of your eyes, the sky and the sea. Once blue was just a color, just a color to me. Once heartache was just a word I didn't use. Once heartache was just a word, but that was before I lost you. Now everything is different. Then once upon a time, when blue was just a color, yeah, and you were still mine, and blue was just a color. Once love was so real. Once you were here. Once love was in your eyes. When you whispered in my ear, I said, don't be blue, baby. Blue is just a color. Blue is just a color. When blue was just a color. Okay, blue, as we know, can be more than a color. It can be a mood. It can be a tune. It could be something that reaches out and grabs you and just takes a hold of your heart. Praise God, we have a way to overcome that. I have, or I will be in real bad shape. But apparently Pablo dealt with the same deal. And that's why he's one of my favorites. He's helped me overcome my blues just by generating that excitement to paint. That guy is the best. It's kind of like that Seinfeld thing. When I think of myself as a painter, I'm really striving for reaching the pinnacle of success, as you should do. If you're trying to do something, you might as well try and do it good. But like Seinfeld said in the Olympics, I love that joke. He said, you work your whole life, you give up everything, you sacrifice, you don't go on dates, you get up at 3 in the morning, do push-ups, run. Big race comes, you run. If you come in second, it's like the other guy, greatest guy in the world. Oh, never heard of him. Boom, boom. And compared to Pablo, everybody else is the second guy, and then I'm back. And I'm in that boat somewhere, but I'm no Pablo, but I'm a Pablo wannabe. I've studied him quite a bit. I'm just going to share, because I'm doing a little multitasking here. And it's not bad to study other artists and learn from this, because look at this. This is from his blue period. This is probably his classic blue period piece. Phenomenal. I like this concept if he has pictures within pictures. It's the artist paintings. And these blue tones are just fabulous. And I did read something from Poor Richard's Almanac, so I feel better about studying Pablo so intently. Here's some other sketches. This is what old Ben said. There's much difference between imitating a good man and counterfeiting him. So I like to think that I study a lot of work, try to get his principles. I like this, his self-portrait here. And even Pablo himself, I marked the spot with, coincidentally, some blue tape. What did I want to read from this book about Pablo? It said, his gift for his gift for oh, this is tricky, getting the finger in the film to match up. Oh, here it is. His gift for borrowing what he could use. That's what Pablo had. That's what he borrowed, what he could use. It was talking about Pablo's great ability was a deliberate and selective process, and his ability was discerning the strengths and weaknesses of new artistic movements and borrowing what he could use. Look, there's Pablo. What a guy. What a guy. Look at them eyes. Can you see what he's got going on there? Got the eyes. Now I'm going to just flash through to some of my other favorite things of his. This is that, like, I already showed, that's his favorite. not favorite, but look, some of these portraits. Just so you know, in case you're wondering, if you're a young artist and you think Pablo was just the guy that did crazy eyes, look at this. This is some of his work when he was 11, 12. He studied and worked. Before he left home, he had done over 2,000 pieces before he was even 17 or 19. I don't know. Something along those lines. I'm not perfect in my quotes, as Piers Anthony would attest to. Got it right. That's the second time. And let's show a few more. We did these. I don't want to spend too much time. But, oh, there's Olga, I believe. Let's see. Portrait of Olga in the armchair. Yes, and I have marked some. I'll tell you, that Pablo gets after it. I got the book. Oh, look at this. Check this out. Some of these quick sketches with a brush of the bullfight. Are those coming across good? I think so. Look at that. I'm just buzzing. There's just so many of Pablo's. That's the other thing. He had a volcanic outpouring of productivity. Now that aspect I'm trying to emulate, but I'll never match Pablo. It's the greatest guy in the world. Never heard of him. Pablo. Oh yeah, Pablo. He's the greatest. Scott. I never heard of that guy. Well, what are you going to do? Check this out. I like this style too. I've kind of let this style over-influence my work. I like this kind of jumbled up, big, massive activity and wild colors. Pablo's done it all. He's been there, done that. Even this. Look how hard this guy works. He gets a basic theme concept and really gets after it. Just practice, work, diligence. I bet poor Richard would have something to say about the diligence and getting after it. But there they are. There's some real nice pictures from Pablo. And I'll show you a few of mine that he inspired me to do. I already showed you a few, but and this one was, I may have showed this in a previous episode, but it kind of goes along with today's theme of blue. And this is a portrait of Maria Callas, I believe. I think I saw that in a book about opera. I used that photo. I kind of mess with it, of course, a little bit. I don't mind borrowing things, just like Pablo does mine. But it reminded me of my mother, the basic essence, how she dealt with things. She had the blues big time on occasion, but she just dealt with it. And that's what you got to do. You got to ask God to give you the strength to overcome these things. Here it is. Oh, there's my blue. Oh, how romantic can you get? But how blue can you get? I got that in a nice little frame. This is one of my nice blueies. Let's see. Let's get close up on this couple here a little bit. Oh, look, he's looking to her eyes. They must be blue, but they're closed, but he knows. He knows his gal's eye color. It's blue. Oh, look, he's just thinking, pretty sweet. Yeah, I think she'll do. She'll do. Heck yeah. Let me see, look at her wings. Nice little tail on it, and pretty nice legs, and a curly Q, and the whole deal. Sun behind them. That's got to put you in a good mood. Blues or no blues. And of course this blue hat. I like to do women in hats. It's one of my little favorite things. I've showed this before, but like I say, this is a nice blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. Then of course I showed this one. So remember, we're reading. I thought she was reading the Bible, but it turns out it was Piers Anthony, Swell Foop. So there you go. But I'm still reading Boswell's Life of Johnson. I don't care. And then now this one I want to show, because this really shows how much Pablo's soaked into my veins. Blue veins. There you go. Because, I mean, this is such an obvious Pablo inspired item. But I just keep this in my personal collection. And I kind of like that picture. Like their eyes and the simplicity, and dark blue puffs on her sleeves. You got puffy sleeves. Oh, they're so nice. They're so nice. I mean, you know, when I paint, I do whatever I feel like. Dang. That's what I do. Okay, so there we go. Who's going to do the classic pose so we can close? I'll give the honor to my mother. This, you talk about your classic pose. There it is. There's a classic pose. All right. So we're going to say ciao for now. Of course, she does look Italian. Ciao for now. Hashtag GBE. Over and out there. Arrivederci Roma.